All right now, what's up world? How y'all doing? And when I say what's up world, this Donald Harris, Daryl Swanks, and World, Jerome and Peck, you know what I'm saying? What's up, man? What's up? You know what I'm saying? Now, you gonna hear two voices. I'm just gonna do this real quick, you know what I'm saying? This God, this Addam, this Peck, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say just a few names, you know what I'm saying? This Emerson Brown, you know what I'm saying? The one that got killed, so-called got killed by Eddie Bauer shit, you know what I'm saying? Eddie Bauer, Ford Explorer, and probably a repossession that Addam had. They calling it his death, you know what I'm saying? Like the voluntary repossession of the Ford Probe and the voluntary repossession of the Toyota Camry. You remember that? And then, I'm gonna tell you, when you hear these two names, Uncle Peck, you gonna know my friends and your nephews. This Robert Thompson, Sarge, Bubba, you know what I'm saying? This Robert Thompson right here. And this Barbara Brooks' brother, Alvin Brooks, you know what I'm saying, coming to Dion's house to see Dion, you know what I'm saying, on the football field. But that's Alvin Brooks, and that's Deion Sanders, you know what I'm saying. But then it's not Deion Sanders, because that's Robert Thompson, the real Lane Frost, Bubba, Sarge Thompson's son, my brother and my grandfather's, my daddy's brother. Well, my brother's brother. You know what I'm saying? Because I got Clyde and Curtis, you know what I'm saying, and the rest of them down there in dancing. But this, Deion Sanders talking to Alvin Brooks, Michael Irvin, you know what I'm saying, after he had
When I came to see you, I certainly wasn't going to ask about doing any interviews. I came to see you. As we were leaving, you say, when I'm ready to talk, you're going to do the interview. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
you see what I mean?
I trust you.
So,
because I trust you. Because I know you, and I trust you. And you're not trying to prostitute my trial or my tribulation.
No.
Because when you came over to my house,
yeah.
See, I know when I'm triggered to have a waterfall. When you came into my house, you came as my brother.
Yeah.
And you lifted me, man. Like you used to so often do when we played together. You lifted me. So it wasn't about the cameras or the this or that. It wasn't about that. It was about the brother come to see another brother to lift him up. And that's what you did.
I can't.
You know that he said it's about a brother coming to lift another brother up, and that's what you did. Thank you, Deion Sanders, and thank you, Michael Irvin. And this Jerry Jones, Jerry James, and James Evans, you know what I'm saying? Florida Evans, you know what I'm saying? Big Mama's family reunion. Remember Muddeer's family reunion? That was the last family reunion till we reversed time and came back down to heaven. Came back down to earth. You know what I'm saying? Muddeer's family reunion was in 88. You know what I'm saying? Addam had Jody Loach. I want to say Addam because it was really Addam did it, but then Joe was in the body. You know what I'm saying? Joe B was in the body. Addam Joe A. You know what I'm saying? Joe B. You know what I'm saying? That's where you get Joe B from. Joe, Addam, Joe A, Joe B. And then you get L.A. You know what I'm saying? Lil Adrian. You know what I'm saying? Lil Addam. You know what I'm saying? That's where you get that from. Lil A.D. Lil Addam. Daddy. You know what I'm saying? Lil K.T. Lil King Troy. You know what I'm saying? Lil Q.T. Ain't no Queen. That's Queen Tawana. That's Queen Tawana. You know what I'm saying? Queen Tawana. You know what I'm saying? And Ricky Parker, just say that's my son, I'm Archie Ray. And say Archie, James, Ronnie, Stanley, and Gary, my sons. Then you go to Ricky's grandfather. That's my daddy. You know what I'm saying? So you know Archie Ray is a junior. You know what I'm saying? Papa Parker was Archie Ray Sr. Just like Willie Ray and Quentin, you know what I'm saying, Casey is Willie Lee Boone and Willie Edwards, same kinfolk. You know what I'm saying? Jerry Manning, James Manning, they just kin on the corner. Curtis, you know what I'm saying? Curtis and Jackie Massey. Curtis Jackson, that's your boy Curtis, 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? Curtis Jackson. On the corner, Addam, Katie May, brother. Lynn, uncle. You know what I'm saying? So, Jimmy Ray, you know what I'm saying? Charlie Wally, you know what I'm saying? Stanley Wally, R.A., you know what I'm saying? Rodney Allen, you know what I'm saying? Barney Allen, Audrey Allen. Where you think they came up with Barbara Jordan? That was Audrey Jordan. You know what I'm saying? And where you think they come up with Rosa Parks? That was Rosalie Parks Casey. You know what I'm saying? Where you think they come up with Sheila Jackson Lee from Willie and Boosie? Where you think Sheila Jackson Lee came from? Sheila Jones, you know what I'm saying? Good Time Jones, Tawana Jones, Nita Jones, Florence Jones, Ollie Mae Jones, Eddie Jean Jones, Eddie George Jones, Prince, Freddie Jackson, the real Freddie Jackson, Jones, Jackson, Sheila Jackson Lee, Mama Dear, Miss Elizabeth, daughter, granddaughter, Francis D. That's who Mama D is. Francis D. Francis Dale. Francis Dale, Lloyd Lewis' wife. CUNY Dale's sister. Now, Renita Lewis. I used to think that was Richard George's girlfriend, but that was just me and Richard and Tracy and Deontay cousin. Renita, and Anthony. But y'all know him as Tyler Perry, you know what I'm saying, and Queen Latifah, you know what I'm saying. Ladies first, you know what I'm saying. And Terry Owens, you know as Taraji P. Henson, you know what I'm saying. Pig is Aunt Joe. And Pig used to be Edmund's girl. Because Jesse Edmund Williams made Nicole 2 times. Melinda Nicole and Nicole Wright. You know what I'm saying? Kathy Wright niece. My sister, this God. Ednika, Pooh, and Quita, my sisters. You know what I'm saying? Lynn, my sister. Lynn Jackson. Lynn Fly is really Lynn Jackson. Curtis was a Jackson. That's why 50 Cent, Jeremy, Shaq, because Jeremy really Shaq and 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? Mama Dear, Mother Dear. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, Anthony Lewis, Lloyd Lewis, Shot Lewis, Fox, Red Fox. You got Red Fox, you know what I'm saying? That's Bam Bam, you know what I'm saying? And then you got Pebbles, you know what I'm saying? Wilma and Betty. And who got Wilma and Betty? You know what I'm saying? I know Sandra and Betty. You know what I'm saying? Who had a Betty daddy? Who had a Betty? We ain't worried about Aunt Sandra now. It's Darian. You know what I'm saying? Darian Banks. You know what I'm saying? We done went from Huxtable to Drummond to Banks to Jefferson to Jackson to Evans to Florida, you know what I'm saying, to Diana Ross, you know what I'm saying, Rick Ross, Ricky Parker, crazy ass Ricky Parker, Jamie Garcia, and Ricky Parker. Because ain't no way he could be Eddie Murphy and Jamie Foxx without being Jamie Garcia too. And Roland Garcia had to be Roland Mitchell before he was Roland Garcia. That's how Gartica got his name. Because we was Robertsons. You know what I'm saying? Robertson, James Robertson. But when Martin Luther King got killed, James Carl Williams had to hide as Dexter Williams. You know what I'm saying? Dexter Pettit. That's how come my arm's small, because Dexter Pettit had one arm that didn't grow. And when I gave the Mexican boy that had the withered hand, and I said, God, I wish that man was whole just like everybody else, and God made his hand whole like his left hand, his right hand, his left hand, and made him a good 2 arms. Then God took away my arm, my left arm, so I wouldn't be able to keep being a slave for the white man. You know what I'm saying? And John Vaslavic was Vuxslavic, you know what I'm saying? Slavic, you know what I'm saying? And he could have kids by that lady that I was with. Cause little Stosey, a little white boy, you know what I'm saying, supposed to be Glenn's son. But Glenn is Glenn Douglas. Douglas Glenn. That's what Clara named him. That's Clara's child, Uncle Leroy. And Roosevelt Edison is Roosevelt Causey because it's really Roosevelt Casey And I couldn't tell y'all that. And Edwin and Tough Nut first, then Edwin, then it's Tough Nut, Edwin Gartika, then Ralph, then Edwin Gartika was the youngest of Ralph now. Really, Edwin Gartika is supposed to be Ralph's brother. You know what I'm saying? Because it was Edwin, then it was Tough Nut. I don't remember Tough Nut's first name. Then that's Potts, that's Lalo. And then you come up and you see Edwin, then you see Ralph, then you see Teak. You know what I'm saying? Edwin Gartika. But then we named him Gartika because Cake had Martin Garcia living with us. Martin Garcia lived with us, and all the other Garcias was Martin family too. Freddie, Jamie, Roland, Aaron, you know, and all them. And we had Sammy and Larry, you know what I'm saying? And we just called Larry AJ because of UPEC and Lalo. You know what I'm saying? So we call Larry AJ. Really, we call Ernest AJ. And when you start working at that plant, Ernest Brown became Ernest Ramirez and Ron Price. You know what I'm saying? And Daniel Hawkins. You know what I'm saying? Daniel Hawkins, Ron Price look just alike, don't they? And Ernest Palmer. And you know the white Palmer at work? That was Mr. Palmer and Miss Betty Palmer's kids. You know what I'm saying? We just couldn't have them white people living in South End at our time, in our era. You know what I'm saying? That would have been Palmer's store. You know what I'm saying? If we gave it to the rightful owner, it would be your white friend Palmer's store. Just like Addam got Fimel Dusting service. That's an airplane service. To dust crops and plant crops. You know what I'm saying? Addam got one. Jared Fimel. You know what I'm saying? That's his brother. Not just a classmate. That's a legal brother. Richard Teeley, Addam's legal brother. You know what I'm saying? Troy Ashcraft, Addam legal brother. Troy Hatchett, Addam legal brother. Casey Hatchett, Addam legal sister. You know what I'm saying? Margaret Douglas, Addam legal grandmother. And Eddie Douglas, Addam legal grandmother. And Miss Dr. Wayman, Mr. Nash and Miss Nash, Addam real guardians. Now, don't wake up the rest of us. Addam is everybody's God. This Mr. Geddes that had to shrink up, and this Wieners that had to just go out of business. But didn't nobody know Wieners. Didn't nobody know Walmart. And didn't nobody know Kmart till you start running with Addam and went overseas and found a McDonald's and a Burger King. You ain't got no Sonic because they didn't have Circle C now. And Fritas. You know what I'm saying? Fritas. Fritas. That's what your name's supposed to be, not Air Free Kind. Air Free and Kind, what you're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Air Free and Kind. You know what I'm saying? You don't need food and clothes you need. You know what I'm saying? Transportation you need. Planes, trains, and automobiles to travel you need. You know what I'm saying? Ships you need. You know what I'm saying? Money you don't. Why would you need money? Why do you need to add taxes and interest and put a price tag on heavenly resources when heaven is supposed to be having freely here? You know what I'm saying? And living happily ever after here. Taking care of your kids and your kids' kids and your kids' kids. You know what I'm saying? I said a good man leaving inheritance to his kids and his kids' kids. White people, how you gonna not let the black people have that right? You know what I'm saying? And white people, how you gonna take over a world or earth when you don't even claim to be the color the earth is? You know what I'm saying? You don't even claim to be tan or brown or chocolate or white, but you still want to be them, the devil, Eminem, when you got Am as God. How you gonna get the tree to be a brown tree without the roots being almond, peanut butter? Huh? Shit, peanut butter can't be beat. You know what I'm saying? And pick will deguard your ass. Just like them sirens. God will deguard you. Like you never had life before. No love, no life. And if you stingy, selfish, you're not heavenly, godly, or holy in my eyes, my ears, my nose, or my mouth. And I wouldn't waste my breath on you if you say you don't love God.